Jamar.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is boy Jamar here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamar here once again, and we are here to review this week's episode of the Bad Girls Club. Now, really quickly, we're going to discuss about what happened last week, because the last review that I put up had got a lot of flack because, you know, people disagreed. But what I didn't know at the time of recording, because a lot of people said in the comments that, you know, they were upset that I was agreeing with something about there being piss and blood and other bodily fluids involved in that whole Royal Tumble situation. I had no idea. I don't know if did they not put that on the actual episode, because I don't remember seeing that. I just remember them throwing their shit out there. Now, it was, I guess, who was it? Jayla put up either an Instagram post or a Tumblr post that said that, you know, there was, you know, that they didn't show it, but there was pee and period blood and some other random bodily fluid involved in the destruction of their stuff. Now, that part, of course, well, I can say of course, because people didn't know, but, you know, that part I'm not going to be agreeing with. That's not the part that I was agreeing with. The part that I was agreeing was the fact that they threw their shit out there, and then when they threw their shit out, they was posted waiting for that ass. Okay, that's the part that I was with. Because, hell, Jayla, Mean, and them didn't have any problem throwing Tina shit out, so, I mean, I thought that shit was just karma. The only thing is the other 4 girls were ready there to fight them when they came home. That's the part I was like, okay, you know, I'm all for this. But if they went as far as to piss, and I don't even know, did they just so happen to be on their periods and do all this other crazy shit? Okay, then yes, that's definitely a foul play. So I don't want that to be, you know, miscommunicated. So that's why I had to remove the other review, because I didn't want it to seem like at the time that I was in agreeing with the whole pee and other stuff, which wasn't the case. But the thing about that is, okay, so if I mean, I guess that's why they didn't show it on the actual episode, but my thing is, the producers came and went to them and told them this was really bad, this got out of hand, all this shit, but then y'all sitting there letting it happen. Like, that's why I'm like, all they did was throw their shit out. But if they went as far as doing all that other shit and y'all just let that shit happen and then gonna fire them off the show for it, like, how y'all gonna try to, you know, enforce something and y'all sat there and let the shit happen just for the TV ratings? So y'all full of shit too. Damn producers. But anyways, I wanted to address that first before we got to the new video. And so this episode, it was kind of meh. Wasn't really all that exciting. Wasn't much to it, but we go sit here and we go talk about it anyway. So the episode is called Twerking for Change, which is a very interesting title based off of what happened. So Kat and what's the girl name? And Beatrice are kind of hanging out. They're kind of digging each other, you know, feeling each other's puss at the time. So they're gonna be like the new Blue and Asia. Was that her name? Asia from season 12? I think that was her name. Y'all let me know in the bottom if I got the name wrong. I think that was her name, was Asia. And Amber and Beatrice are outside skateboarding, because apparently, I guess, Beatrice's brother used to be a skateboarder and he got her the skateboard as a gift or something. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's like her little sentimental value object. I don't know why you would bring something sentimental to the Bad Girls Club, because you know it's going to get fucked with, but that is neither here nor there. So the girls go out, and, you know, Amber and Lauren kind of squash the beef because, you know, Lauren was kind of pissed off at Amber because of how she kind of stirred the pot between her and Jasmine last week about that whole bringing up the whole fight situation with the twins on Jasmine's birthday. So they squashed the beef and whatever. And so Kat decides that this is going to be the moment that she's going to start making her moves towards Beatrice. So we're just going to call her Ginger, just because for some reason Beatrice doesn't register as easily in my mind. So I'm going to call her Ginger. So Kat's going to give Ginger, she bought like, I guess a dozen roses or 10 roses for $50, I think. And, you know, Ginger was, you know, feeling that. So they got home. They all, was this the part when they didn't kiss in the limo yet? That was later. They get home, and Kat thinks she about to get her some puss. She about to get her some of that good. But then all of a sudden, Amber jumps in the bed like, "Oh, we're all cuddling." I'm like, "Bitch, what are you doing here? I'm trying to get fucked, and you sitting up here. It wouldn't be cock blocking. You sitting up here vag blocking. You pussy blocking. Okay, like, what the fuck you doing here? Like, they didn't show the aftermath of what happened, but Kat was just kind of like over it. Like, well, shit, I thought she would have been happy and would have got a three-way going. Hell, more the merrier, Kat. Shit, the more puss they is. The more vagina, the better. So the next day, the new girl comes, or at least her picture is revealed more so than she doesn't actually make it there yet. But her name is Alicia, and she's from Atlanta, and apparently Lauren is aware of who she is. I'm like, oh Lord. I wonder if this, what are the odds that two random girls who knew each other didn't know they were auditioning for Bad Girls Club, and they just so happened to be put on the same season. Out of all the girls in Atlanta, I'm like, did the producers do this on purpose? I don't know. But they put like candy and condoms all on her bed and shit, and I'm like, oh, okay. So when she does show up, she shows up on a motorcycle, which is new. I don't think any other bad girl has showed up on a motorcycle before. And when Jasmine opens the door, I'm just like, they could have blurred some of that out. Like, Jasmine's whole ass was out, like all the cheeks. And they stayed out. It wasn't just like a flash, like, no, it was there, bitch. Usually they would blur that shit out. Not that, it bothered me, but I was just so surprised because it was there. Like, it was just all there. And usually they would, because hell, the only thing between it was a piece of fabric between her ass. But, it is what it is. I always said Jasmine had a nice little shape. But, and we talked about how Alicia and Lauren knew each other. They didn't really go into detail as to how they knew each other. They said they were, like, in the same social circle or something. Or they had a run-in before. I don't know if it was really good or bad. Lauren kind of made it seem like she was indifferent about it. So, I guess we'll see. So, Kat and Beatrice get naked in this bubble bath. And I'm just like... she said the gospel. Like, she was like, the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody. And you know what? Even though I just said that was the gospel, that's not always true. Because you can have that philosophy, but you getting under somebody just makes that somebody like a rebound. Like, you just sitting there, of course, you just trying to fuck your feelings out. But the fact is, you really just, using the person as a rebound. Like, you probably thinking of the person that you really want to be with while you're with this new person. So even though that's a good, idea to find somebody new, it's not always guaranteed, is what I'm trying to make. So Jasmine is really, I don't know if she's doing this on purpose, but she's really pushing up this whole I'm going to be just like Judy from season 7 thing with this juju stuff. And y'all know Judy used to talk to plants and talk about the voodoo and all that other shit. And they look just alike. They're both light skinned. They're both brunette. They both got, they both got eyes too wide apart from one another. And I'm just like, so you trying to be like Judy, like a dead carbon copy of Judy? Okay. So this was probably the funniest part of the episode because. So while we talked about the Cat and them was in that bubble bath, somebody tells Ginger that Alicia, they call her Allie, so I'm going to call her Allie from now on. Somebody says that Allie is outside on Ginger's skateboard. Like I said, it's a sentimental item that you should not have brought to the damn Bad Girls Club if you didn't want it to get potentially destroyed. So she figures out that, somebody's fucking with her skateboard. Now, I would think that if you naked, you gonna run, you gonna grab a towel, you gonna grab some shorts, you gonna get a long t-shirt, something. Hell no. Ginger got out the tub, still wet and soapy, went all the way down the stairs, outside on the porch, full cooch, okay, bare back and all. Titties slanging, coochie hairs flowing in the wind, cheeks are jiggling, all of that. And she yelling across the damn patio, "Get off my damn skateboard!" And Allie and I think it was Lauren that was out there with her. Allie and her looking at her like, The fuck? I can't even take you seriously right now with your titty and cooch out, bitch. Like, okay, I'm gonna get off your skateboard, but what the fuck? What's going on with this? Like, because she was like more shocked that this bitch is out here trying to yell and cuss at her while she naked. She's just like, oh, okay. So they set up this charity car wash situation. They go out to dinner and they feel like, okay, well, what we're gonna do this episode is we're gonna raise money for a charity with the car wash and whatnot. And to make it more interesting, we're gonna turn it into a competition. So let's see, what were the teams? Kat, Beatrice, Amber, and Jasmine versus Laura, Jenna, and Allie. And we're gonna see who gets to raise the most money between the two teams. And the losing team has to go to the club that night with no makeup and an outfit designed by members of the winning team. I'm just like, oh shit. Like at first the makeup one was like, excuse me, I mean, it's not that bad. You know, not everybody really looks like god awful, you know, without their makeup on, but to try to come up with just a whole random ass outfit is like, ooh, okay, that can look bad. Sorry y'all, I got a phone call in the middle of my recording again. I keep forgetting to put this bitch on airplane mode when I record, but so after they do the competition, it turns out that it was Kat, Beatrice, Amber, and Jasmine who won. So they get to design the outfits for, you know, Allie, Jenna, and Lauren for the club. And so they go out and before they go out, I don't know if this scene was before or after, but it was just kind of funny, and I wanted to make sure I mentioned it. So, I don't know if this was supposed to be like a prank. I think it's like a prank or like a initiation, so to speak. Jasmine is trying to host this juju party. Again, Judy, copycat, and you know all the other girls are shouting out whatever the hell she's saying. And, you know, they holding out candles. They out in the front yard. They all acting all crazy and ridiculous. And Alicia just sitting there looking like, the fuck these bitches? Something wrong with these hoes. That would have been me. Y'all sitting up here chanting and summoning spirits and shit. I'm sitting here looking at y'all like, I'll be over here. No thanks. But I'll be over here. So I just thought that was kind of funny. I was like, that would have been me in that situation. Y'all sit over there conjures many spirits and mess around with Ouija boards if you want to, but I ain't about that life. So after they go out that night, when they come back more so, Kat was dancing with Ginger. She was grinding her puss all up on her puss, and they was carpet munching. No, they weren't really carpet munching. Well, at least not yet. But they get into the limo and they start kissing and whatnot. And then they get home and Kat's in the shower, and then homegirl Ginger just throws down her panties and gets in the shower. And then go Lauren and Jenna try to look and watch and watch. And I think Kat and them saw it. She's like, what? We trying to see. We want to see. I'm like, y'all are so fucking disgusting. Laura, the life coach, I don't really never feel the need to discuss her segments because, I mean, all the girls have their individual issues. They're basically, you know, doing the exercise where they write down their issues on the wall in their reflection. They erase them and then they replace them with the images that they want to show. That's not what we're here. That's not what y'all here to talk about. Yeah, that's not the part that y'all really care about, in all honesty. That's not the part that I care about either. So it becomes Kat's birthday. And they wanted, you know, have people dress like little bunnies and cats and just be cute or whatever. I'm like, okay, this is a nice little idea. I know it's gonna all fall to shit because of the promos, but we're just gonna see how this whole thing plays out. So this is the part that it felt unnecessary. Kat, you know, she wanted to invite her friends to come and celebrate, you know, her birthday with her. Which is understandable. I get it. And then, she invited the gays over. And I feel like this particular segment made the gays look bad. it made them. It portrayed the very negative stereotype that all, especially black gays, are considered messy, very messy, because he comes in and he's like, oh, yes, bitch, yeah, da, 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 and they twerking on the wall and shit, having fun, which at that point was fine, because, I mean, that's just what we do, but it gets to the point where, okay, Lauren and Amber are upstairs, and they're talking, they vibing, they having a conversation like, you know what, when I first met you, I was, kind of sizing you up a bit, because I didn't really know you like that, but you cool with me now, you're like, you my bitch. And Amber's like, yeah, that's what females do, blah, 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 blah. So they up there chit-chatting, and here comes this dude, John, the gay friend, the cat, coming like, people downstairs talking about you. And he's like, yeah, where are you from? And she's like, Philly. And yeah, where are you from? Like, yeah, people thought they're talking about you. I'm just like, girl, what the fuck? Oh, wait a minute. Hey! That dog chewing on his damn bed. That bed costs $50 damn dollars, and you chewing at it? I don't think so. And not on today's date. Yeah, you. What the hell? You chewing on... You must have lost your damn... Woo, I'm sorry, y'all. That's why I'm over there chewing on that bed that cost me $50 damn dollars, and that's some nice ass cotton bed too. You must be crazy. I better never see you do that again, Rue. Woo. Mm-hmm. Come here and say hi to the people. Come on. Ooh, you fat. This is who I be yelling at, y'all. Stand up. This is who I be yelling at. For those who haven't met, for those who are new, whenever I be looking off camera or be talking to somebody, this is who I be talking to. Oh, you need a bathroom. Say hi. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Say bye. Look in the camera. This the baby, y'all. But anyway. I think I'm almost pretty much done. Yeah, that gay dude, he came in there basically talking shit and trying to stir up some mess, and I'm just like, okay, all right. What the hell was that? I think that was my work phone. Random noises and shit happening. And then, and now I guess Amber and Lauren go downstairs trying to figure out who it was that is allegedly talking about them or something. And I guess they decide that it must have been Allie by default. And then Allie starts going around like, y'all are full of shit. Y'all are blaming, y'all are spreading rumors and talking bullshit and blah, 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 blah. And apparently, this gets Jazz upset because she figures like, okay, this is, Kat's friends and, she's trying to have a good time and you talking all this stuff. If it's not true, then stop talking about it. Just let it go and blah, blah, blah. And apparently, Allie wasn't about that. She ain't want to do that. So she just kept on talking shit. And so she kept on talking shit. And then Kat, eventually it got to Kat, and Kat was just like, you know what, fuck this. I'm getting pissed off at these girls. I'm like, there's no reason for you to get pissed off at the girls because the girls was, having a good time. It was your messy ass friend that came in and trying to start talking, making shit up just so we could get, something going while he was on his 5 minutes of fame while he was in the damn Bad Girls Clubhouse. That's all that was. And so Jasmine just starts going off. Like, she just started, when I tell you to stop, you're supposed to stop, and she just putting this whole scene. Like, Jasmine be having these, Jasmine really be, like, overly dramatic. Like, there's the time when she started crying by the washer. Then that time she was, last episode, she's like, I loved you like you, I known you all my life. All my life I had to fight. Like, girl, if you don't stop with these dramatic ass scenes, and here she go talking about she deserved to have a good birthday and yelling all this shit, you could have done that. You was at 100. You could have done that at a smooth 40, okay? You did not need to be doing all that. But I'm just like, okay. So the next episode, it looks like everybody's going to be turning on Allie, trying to get her out the house. But I don't think that's going to work because I don't think there's any more replacements for the rest of the season unless I'm mistaken somewhere. But that was pretty much the episode, y'all. So, you ready to say bye? Since you done came and just fully interrupted my video with your stanky dankness? Say bye, Rue. Say thanks for watching. Share and comment. Share and comment for Rue. This is Rufus. Bye.
Like, share, subscribe.